I see grass, green grass.
And as you look out in front of you, what do you see out there in front of you?
I see like a valley up in front of me. Hills, a lot of grasses and fields.
And when you look behind you, what do you see behind you?
I see I think it's a house, a little house.
Very nice. Now, I want you to look at your feet and describe to us what your feet look like.
Barefooted on the grass. I think the feet are female feet.
Now, go ahead and scroll right up your body and describe to us what kind of clothing you're wearing.
I'm wearing, I think it's like almost like a dress, like real light fabric. It's light colored, and it looks like, I don't know what the word would be, almost like something you'd wear, you'd see if they were in a movie, like a Greek or Roman or something old, like almost like a wraparound thing.
Would it be what they call like a toga, where you take a fabric and you wrap it around your body kind of thing?
Yes. Yeah, it
Oh,
looks
very cool.
kind of like that.
Very cool. And does this body feel healthy?
Yes.
And does this body feel young or old?
Younger.
If you had to guess an age, what would you estimate?
27.
Okay, very nice. And are you carrying anything with you?
I have a little like satchel or like a little purse over my over a shoulder, like across my body.
And is there anything specific that you're carrying in this purse for what you're presently doing?
I think there's a couple of little crystals in there.
Oh, very nice. And are you wearing any jewelry?
Earrings.
Very
I
nice.
feel.
Now, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I could feel them.
Very good. Now let's close that scene and let's go to the time, the place where you live, and stand outside of this place and describe to us what it is and how it looks.
Where I live now. I see a pathway from the street up to the front steps and grass on each side. And a big tall tree that's twice as high as the house at the top.
And this is the woman in the toga. This is where she lives.
No, no. She lives in a small house. It looks like it's made of some stones, and it's kind of round, and maybe the roof is like a natural material, like thatch roof.
Very good. Now I want you to go inside of this house that you live in and tell us what it looks like as you go inside.
It looks very comfortable, and kind of the light is kind of dim. I think maybe there's a fireplace. And just looks like there's a sitting area and an area where they make food. And I think there are some other rooms off of this big room in the front that I'm standing in.
Is there any pictures or paintings that draw your attention in your house?
There's some kind of, looks like a rug hanging on a wall. And there's some crystals hanging from maybe the top of some of the windows, in front of some windows.
And why do you have the crystals hanging in front of the windows?
We use them for a lot of things. Keep them as their decorations, and we also use them for all sorts of things. Energy creations.
Very nice. Now I want you to close that scene. I want you to go to the time when you're eating dinner. Be there now and describe to us what it is that you're eating.
I've got a, a bowl of, I think there's some fruit there, some kind of fruit. Not sure exactly what it is.
And is there anybody else eating dinner with you?
Yes, there are some people with me. 2 people.
Now, these 2 people, I want you to look into their eyes one at a time. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Look into the eyes of these individuals and tell us if you know them from this present life that you're leading.
There's a man, and I can see in his eyes that he was my grandfather in this life I'm leaving now. And there's a woman, and I'm trying to place her.
That's okay. It'll come to you as you go along. Now, let's close this scene. And let's go to the time when you spend most of your time during the day. Be there now and describe to us what it is that you do with your time during the day.
I'm in an area where there's a lot of people, almost like a village or like a street, and there's lots of people walking around, and people are cooking, and some people are making things and selling things. There are kids around playing, and I'm walking through, and some people seem to, they know who I am, saying hi to me, and some people coming up to me, and I'm agreeing to help them with something.
And what is it that you're helping them with?
And helping with, they want help with growing things, growing crops, and some of them seem to want me to be around their children, and some of them want help with their women. They want help with their husbands, their intimacy with their husbands, lots of things. And I'm agreeing to help with all of these things.
And how do you help these people with these things?
Somehow I create fertility with the crops. I can create somehow with light in my hands, and I can help protect children much in the same way. And somehow it's like I'm teaching couples, teaching them how to be intimate with each other, teaching the man what to do. They all want to learn from me.
Very interesting. Very beautiful. Now, I want you to close that scene, and I want you to move forward in the life that you're looking at to an important day that has information that you need to see today. You are now at this time. Tell us, what is it that you see?
I see the man and the woman that I was eating with. And we're sitting, and they are telling me who I am and explaining what I can do, and explaining to me that I can do many things, explaining that I have power, explaining how to use it for the highest good, that it's important, and that I'm using it to help. It seems really important and sacred.
Very cool. So what happens next?
I am outside, standing in the grass again, and I cup my hands together like they're upside down, like I'm receiving something, and I lift them up together, and there's light The light is, I don't know if it's coming maybe from above, but it's in my hands. And I'm creating with it whatever I want, whatever I need to create. I can create it this way. I can see just light pouring from my hands.
And as you're working with this light, how is it specifically that you're creating with it?
I use the light to basically just say what I wish to do with it, what I wish to create, and it manifests through the light. Whatever I say or think I want it to do.
And is this creation, is it instant or does it take time?
It's really fast. Doesn't take long.
Very nice. Now let's close that scene and let's move forward in the life that you're looking at to another important day that has the information that you need to see. Be there now. Describe to us what it is you see around us.
I'm with others like me that create. We all are equal. There are some there that don't I don't know why they don't want me to be equal with them. They're like afraid of me, and they want to do things that I don't think are right. I don't agree with. Some of us don't agree with what they're trying to do. It doesn't seem like it's for the highest good, but I definitely don't like what they're afraid of me. I don't know. There seems to be some sort of a division here. Some of us want to stay in the light, but they don't want to. And they really don't like me.
Why is it that these people don't like you?
They don't like my They don't like my power. And they don't like that I help so many. They don't want me helping. these people anymore.
And what was it that they were trying to do that you didn't agree with?
They want people to be their slaves. They want control. They want to have control of everything. They want to harm. I don't agree with this. We don't agree with this, many of us.
And when you say they, how many people are you talking about that want to do these bad things?
Sitting here in this room, it's almost like there's, I don't know, I'll say 15 of them and maybe 12 of us, kind of half and half.
Now, I want you to listen for these people in the room to call your name. What name do they call you by?
Lilith.
Very nice. Now, I want you to close that scene and I want you to move forward in the life that you're looking at to an important day that has information that you need to see. Be there now and describe to us what is going on around you.
Things have gone downhill. Things have gotten bad, and the others, the ones that want to harm, they have control of the people. And they have turned everyone, they've turned all of them against me and those that are on my side. They turned them against us, and we are going to leave. We're going to go somewhere else because we don't want any part of this anymore.
Now, how did they get control of the people? How did they do this?
They started many things. Some of it was through physical harm and fear. And they also wanted to do experiments on these people. They wanted to change them to make them easier to control. And they put out lots of what you call false information about me and others like me. And now the people are afraid of us. And they don't want anything to do with us anymore. So we're going to leave. We don't want to harm. We're not going to stay here and harm anyone.
And where is it that you're going to go?
We're going to another land far from here. We're going to join others who are like us. It's far from here. It's a beautiful place.
Now, when you say here, what part of the earth are you talking about where you're going to be leaving from? What we know it as today?
You might call it in one of the Atlantises. More than one Atlantis? Atlantis.
Very nice. And this land of Atlantis, is it above the water or is it below the water now?
It was above the water then. It's not anymore. It's below the water now.
Very nice. Thank you. Now let's just fast forward time a little bit and speed up, and let's just follow your progression to this new place and describe to us this new place that you're going to.
It's like peaceful here. It feels like home here. And it's beautiful. It's very natural. There aren't hardly any buildings here. And everyone that's here is living together. Everyone's creating of the light and for the light. Everyone's helping each other. And we're somehow not so dense. Our bodies aren't so dense here. My twin flame is here. Everyone's together here, and I'm happy here. And they want me to be, they want me to be a queen here. I don't know why.
And do you become this queen for these people?
Yes, I do. But we're all equal, if that makes any sense. But yes, and it's wonderful here.
And as these people's queen, what do you do for them?
I bring some knowledge from the other land, the other life here, that helps all of us live and help each other, to help create what we need, what we want.
Now, this new land that you went to, what would we know it as today on our present Earth?
It's called Mu. I call it Mu.
And is this land of Mu, is this presently above water at this time, or is it below water where you're at?
A little bit of it is above water right now, but most of it's still under the water.
Very nice, thank you.
Yeah.
Now I want you to close this scene, and I want you to move forward in the life that you're looking at to an important time that has information for you to see today. Be there now and describe to us what's going on around you.
Something has happened, and it's time for us to go from here. It's sinking. The land is sinking, and we have to leave. Some of us are going to just stay and go with it. Some are leaving. It's okay, because once it happens, we know we're going to be okay. We just leave this body and go to the next. But we're so sad because this is our home.
And what was it that caused the land to sink?
Some kind of explosion. Some kind of explosion caused this major change. I don't know.
And who caused this? Who caused this explosion?
The ones that wanted control. Somehow they were able to do this. I don't know how.
And did you know that this was coming before it happened?
Not until it was too late.
So which option did you pick? Are you staying or are you going?
We're staying. We're going with her.
Will you describe this as it happens for us.
I can see Peter, and we can see it coming. We can see it, and we know it's coming. We're looking, it's like we're looking out of a window, and I don't know if it's water. Something's coming, and we know as soon as it reaches us, we'll be leaving these bodies. And we just wait for it to come, and it takes us. But then it's okay. We're still okay. It happened, but we're okay. We're still alive. We just aren't there anymore. Like I can see the bodies. We're outside of them.
Now that you're outside of this body, I want you to look back at the life that you just lived and tell us what the lesson and the purpose was of that life.
It was to, well, it started as a way to help the humans and the earth. The bad things that happened, they weren't supposed to happen, but it did. It showed us that we could have the home that we want, can have the place that we set out to make in the beginning. Even with the bad stuff, it still showed us we could do it, and that we're eternal.
So what happens after you leave that body? Where do you go from here?
I go back home. We go back home.
And where is home at?
It's simply in another plane, another dimension. It's a lot like, it can be a lot like the earth life, but it's not. It's all love, and that's where we go and decide what we're going to do next.
And when you get back to home, is there talk about what happened?
Yes.
And what is the talk about what you just experienced and saw happen on Earth?
that wasn't supposed to be, but this is a, I don't know, somehow it's a experiment, or these those that took control, they're going to be allowed to have this control for a little while and experiment, but there are some rules they're supposed to follow. There are, and this is not forever.
And those that did this, are they supposed to be on the earth plane?
Some of them, yes. Some of them, no. Some of them that were supposed to be there, they chose to do this. Chose to turn this way with the ones that weren't supposed to be there.
And who is it that decides to allow these things to happen?
The creator, but it's reluctant. It's almost like we didn't have control over what they did, and they somehow have a hold. The creator has to let them go this way for now.
Very nice. So what happens next?
Next is I decide what I'm going to do next. We go and decide what we want to do next, where we want to go.
And what is it that you decide to do next?
I see I see a ship, and I'm getting on the ship with Peter, and we're going to go to other places besides the earth, and we're going to explore and see what kind of experiences there are.
And when you say ship, what kind of ship are you talking about?
It's like a little It reminds me of a little spaceship, but it's it's like a ball, and it's like a ball of light, and it's like we fly it around, but it doesn't look like. I guess it's not like a spaceship you would see here.
So it's like an energy ball that you use to transport.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very cool. And you mentioned Peter. Who is Peter?
Peter is mine. He's the divine counterpart. We were one soul split into two souls.
Ah, very cool, very cool. And do you know Peter from this life that you're presently leading?
Yes.
And who would that be?
Well, right at this moment, he is Travis.
Very cool. It's beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
You're
Now,
welcome.
now, let's move away from that scene. We're going to leave that person there to continue on their own path. You can either move forward or backwards, or find another appropriate time and place that has the information that you need to see today. You are now at another time and place. What do you see around you?
I see trees. I'm in a wooded area. They look like pine trees.
And what is it that you're doing?
Um, I'm walking towards a clearing, and I see some others there walking towards them, beings. And they don't look like they're humans.
Now, I want you to take a moment and I want you to look at yourself and I want you to describe to us what you look like, please.
Um, I I look human. I look. I see feet, and my skin is brown, and I'm wearing I don't know what it is, a dress, or I don't know if it's a dress. It's brown. Maybe it's leather, and I feel like I'm a child.
How old do you feel?
Hmm. Like, I'll say like 9 years old. I'm a child, and um, I think I might be a little boy.
Now, right in front of you, a mirror appears. We call this a soul mirror. Look into this mirror, and you can see yourself completely clear. What do you see in this mirror?
I see a little boy, and I see brown. I have brown eyes, and I have my hair is very dark, almost black. It's shiny, and it's not really long, but it's it looks like it had been cut or something. Yeah, I look like a little boy. I'm brown skin.
Very nice. Now, will you describe what these other beings look like?
They look different than me. They're taller than me, and maybe they're adults, but they look like they have arms and legs and heads, but their skin is bluish green looking, and their heads are shaped a little different than mine.
Would you describe what their head looks like?
Hmm. They don't have any hair on their heads like I do, and their heads are like look a little bit bigger than their heads are bigger, and almost I almost want to say like bulbous at the top. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they have ears, and they have eyes and mouth. Um, they look strange.
So, what happens next as you approach these beings?
Um, I walk up, and I actually sit down with them, and we're communicating. Um, they are friendly to me, and I'm not afraid of them. They're telling me that they're not from here.
And where are they from?
They're telling me that they're from the stars somewhere. They're pointing up to the sky.
And do they tell you what star that they're from?
They say they're from a place called Sirius. Sirius? Sirius.
Serious?
And they are just visiting.
And how is it you're able to communicate with these beings? Are you speaking to them with words?
I'm using my words, but they are not. They are just whatever they say. I can just hear it, like, but I don't. They're not using words.
So you're speaking to them verbally, and they're speaking to you back telepathically.
Yes.
Very nice. So what happens next in your conversation with the Sirians that you're talking to?
They just want to reassure me that they're just visiting, and I can bring others to meet them, others from where I live. I live in the woods uh, with my people, that I can bring others to meet them, or they can come with me and meet them, the people that I live with.
And these Sirians, how did they get here on Earth?
They come in their own like ship, but they kind of, it's like they appeared out of nowhere, like they popped in, like, oh, I guess, what is that? Like a hole in the, it was like a hole in the sky, and they just like appeared out of it.
Like a portal.
Yeah, like a, yeah, portal hole. Yeah.
And this ship, would you describe the ship that they traveled in the portal with?
Um, it looks a lot like a ball too, like a ball. Um, I see like a shiny, big shiny ball. I guess it lights up. It's light.
And is this big shiny ball ship, is this like a metal ship, or is this like an energy ship?
It's it looks, when I look at it, it almost looks solid, but it's not solid. It's like you could put your hand through it.
Very nice. So what happens next?
I bring them with me. I take them to the place where I am living with my people. And I take them to the adults, and they talk, and I don't know what they're talking about, but they're talking. Everyone is very interested in these beings. It's exciting.
So what happens next after the adults and the Sirians talk?
They, it seems like they stay for a little while. Maybe a few days. And then we say goodbye, and they leave. They say they have to go home. They leave, and now the adults, they say this is important story, and we have to pass it on. When we have our own children, we have to pass this on.
Now, this spot that you live in Earth, in this life that you're looking at, what would we know this area at today?
I think this is somewhere in the North America. Somewhere in North America.
And these Sirians that came and saw y'all, how many fingers did they have on their hands?
Oh, like 3 fingers,
Very
long
good.
fingers.
Very good. Thank you. So what happens next after these Sirians leave, and follow the story from there, please.
I grow up in this village, and I have my own children, and I continue the same way with our simple life, and I pass on the story so that it can keep going. And we just have a peaceful life for the most part, and I grow old there, and it's just a simple life. Nothing else happened but beyond normal life. That's I'm not seeing anything.
Now, I want you to go to the very last day of the life that you're looking at. Be there now and describe to us what's going on around you.
I'm laying on a bed and I'm kind of propped up. Um, I can see that I'm old, and there are a handful of people around me, and children and family. And I am just talking with them and waiting to waiting to go home. It's peaceful.
And how old were you in human Earth years in this lifetime at this point?
Hmm. I am close to 100 years old.
Very nice. Now go ahead and take a big deep breath. And as you exhale this breath, exit that body. And as you exit that body, I want you to turn around and I want you to look at that life that you just led and tell us what the lesson and the purpose was of that lifetime.
Mhm. I that purpose. I was I fulfilled my purpose when I took the beings to our home and I helped pass on the information down the line of what happened there. That was the main reason for this life. Um,
Very good, very good. Now, I want you to move away from that scene. We're going to leave that person there to continue on their own path. You can move either forward or backwards to find another appropriate time and place that has information you'd like to see today. You are now at another time and place. Describe to us what's going on around you.
um, I'm I don't know. I think I'm in a hospital or um, I'm in some kind of like a hospital setting. That's what it looks like. I'm in a bed and
Now, will you take a look at yourself and describe to us what your body looks like?
I am a woman, and I am pregnant. I see light colored hair on my head, and I think I'm having a baby. I'm very sweaty and kind of breathing really heavy. I think I'm having a baby here.
Very nice. So what happens next?
Ah, there are people here wiping my head with a cloth, and they're telling me to breathe and kind of push and let it happen. Somebody's holding my hand, and I'm squeezing it really tight. This is painful, and I'm kind of afraid. I want this to be over with.
Tell me more.
Um, there's a baby. I can see them. They're pulling it out. Oh, they're pulling it. This baby. It's what is it? I think it's a little girl, and they're fussing with it. I'm so tired. They are giving me this. They're letting me hold her now.
Now, the eyes are the windows to the soul. I want you to look into this baby's eyes and tell us if you know that soul from the life that you're leading.
This soul is my mom.
Very nice. So what happens next after you're holding your baby?
I get to take her home now, and it's cold outside. Um, there, there's like a carriage, and this is where this carriage is gonna take me home, and we um, live sort of outside of the city. Um, I'm just going home with her now, and I have a husband who is waiting for me.
Very nice. So let's close this scene and let's move forward in the life that you're looking at to an important time that has information for you to see. Be there now and describe to us what it is that's going on around you.
Uh, my daughter is older now, and she's a teenager. And I've I've tried really hard to raise her to realize that she is important and she loves herself, and she can do whatever she wants to do. Um, I am not well.
What
I'm sick.
what what's the matter with you?
Um, I have something wrong with me. I'm weak and some kind of virus. I'm very weak. I'm in bed, and the doctors came here, but I am not doing well. I am hoping that my daughter remembers what I taught her because I don't think I'm staying.
So tell us more. What happens next?
I'm talking to my daughter. She's by the bed with me, and she doesn't want me to go, but the doctor just says that there's nothing he can do for me. Um, so I'm just telling her how much I care about her and everything that I can think of to help her once I'm gone. And she'll be alone with her dad. And he comes in and out. He's worried too. Um, I'm just so tired. I think I have to go to sleep.
And what happens when you go to sleep?
Once I fall asleep, I don't wake back up.
And as you exit this body, I want you to tell us what the lesson and the purpose was for this life that you just led.
I was shown unconditional love. I learned to receive it and give it. And I helped give that lesson to both my daughter and my husband.
And what was this disease or illness that you actually died of? What was this?
It was some kind of like a plague. A,
And this death, was this your contractual death that you had agreed to experience before you entered that life?
yes,
Very nice. And if you had to put a time in Earth years on that life that you lived, what time period would that be?
um, this was somewhere 1700s, 17 I see 1732.
Very nice. And what area of the earth was that life in?
It is somewhere in the United Kingdom.
Very nice. Now, let's drift away from that life. We're drifting and floating away from that life. We're going to leave that woman there, continue on their own path and their own journey. They will find peace. They will find what they're supposed to find. We're leaving them there to continue on their own journey. They will find peace. They will find what they're supposed to find. Now, I want all the consciousness and personality of Lilith to once again fully integrate back into her body. May I please speak to Lilith's subconscious, please?
Yes, I'm here.
I respect the power of the subconscious because I know the subconscious takes care of Lilith's body and it does a very good job of it. And I also know that the subconscious has the records of everything that has ever happened to Lilith in this lifetime and all the other lifetimes she's ever lived. So I respect the power of the subconscious, and I always ask for permission to speak to it and ask questions. I know the subconscious could have brought forth many different lifetimes for Lilith to see today. Will you explain to her why you showed her the first life that you showed her?
She's been asking for memories for a while now, and I wanted to give them to her. But
Very
she's
nice.
been confused.
Very nice. So this life that she led in Atlantis and Mu, the sinking of Mu and Atlantis and all that. Which Atlantis was that? And we've had roughly about 4 of them, best I can tell. Where would this be in that progression?
I don't know what it's called. It's the same time as it was formed, close to the same time as Mu, but maybe a little before or after.
Very cool. And did they have high technology back then?
Yes,
We say high technology. Would it be higher than our technology now?
yes, much of it was.
So this time that we're in is clearly not the most technically advanced time we've ever been in here.
No,
Very good. Thank you. Now, the second life that you showed her of the little boy that met the Sirians, we explained how you showed her that.
it was to show her how she met the Sirians the first time.
Oh, very nice. And would it be permissible that we could tell Lilith today where her soul started its individual soul incarnation at? Was it here on Earth or was it out amongst the stars?
Out amongst the stars.
And would you tell her what stars these were, where she started?
She is Pleiadian at the start. Her first life was Pleiadian.
And there's many different worlds in the Pleiades. Was this a terra firma land, or was this a water planet?
In the Pleiades, she was on a water planet.
Very nice, thank you. In the third life that you showed her, the shorter life, where she was pregnant and then gave birth and died kind of early, will you explain to her why you showed her that life?
Her mom always says that it feels like she's been taking care of her and not the other way around, to show that she was her mom before.
Right. And do we stay in soul groups as we reincarnate?
Yes.
And do we sometimes switch out members of our soul groups?
Yes.
Very nice. Now, you do a body scan for Lilith today. Please start at the top, and we're going to look for colors and go to the bottom. And tell me if you see any colors inside of Lilith's vessel, please.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to look really hard. I see some pink.
And where is this pink energy at?
It is on my lower abdomen, lower stomach.
All right, I'm going to speak to this pink energy directly, if you will. Please step aside. Pink energy residing in Lilith's belly. Come up, up, up through time and space. Greetings. How are you doing?
Hi.
And do you have a name?
I am You can call me Pauline.
Colleen?
Pauline.
Pauline, with a P.
Yeah.
How old are you, Pauline?
I am I think I am 50 now.
Now, Pauline, do you mind if I ask, how long have you been inside of Lilith's body?
I've been here since she was a teenager.
Well, Pauline, let me ask you this. We just did this process and did a scan not too long ago. How did you not get picked up on that scan?
I was hiding.
Well, now let me ask you this. Why did you hide?
I wasn't ready to go just yet.
And are you ready to go today?
Um, yeah, I think I can be persuaded to go home now.
It's pretty easy to persuade beings to go home because it's way better than where you're at. Right now, you're basically you're an energy parasite sucking energy off of Lilith, and you don't have any control over yourself. Like for instance, if I were to say to you, get up and walk outside, you can't do that. So it doesn't take a lot of persuading to remind you guys that are you're kind of sort of stuck in between the system, if you will. So you have the opportunity to go back home. You heard us talking about home just a little bit ago, right?
Yeah,
So you have an opportunity to go back home to see all your loved ones, your soul family, and to pick a new life. And you can be male, female. You can do whatever you want. Take a rest. It's not hard to sell this. It sells itself for the most part, if you know what I mean. So are you ready to get out of there?
yeah.
Is there anybody else in there with you that would like to go at the same time with you?
Mm, there's one more, and
And ask them if they would like to go with you.
yeah, they said they will go.
And this other one that's in there, is it a male or female?
Male.
And where was this male located in her body, if you don't mind?
It's in the middle, in between the shoulder blades, a little bit underneath the shoulder blades in the middle.
Alrighty. So as I give you the instructions, you're just gonna. I know that he can hear us. So you're just gonna pass it along, and you two work as a team. Okay.
Okay.
All right. This time, I'd like to ask for the archangels of 4 quadrants to come forth. Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Ariel, come forth. Protect this working and guide these souls today. Now, I want you guys to look inside yourself, and I want you to find that light. Do you see that light that's inside of you?
Yeah.
As you see that light and you stare at it, it gets brighter and bigger till it's roaring like a campfire, but it's not warm. It's just light. And it illuminates the area all around where you're attached. And if you have any cords that are attached, I need you to detach those cords. Do you have cords that are attached?
Yes.
Go ahead and start detaching those cords. And make sure you get every bit of you out of her body. This is for you so that your soul can be complete on the other side. And I'm going to get you some help. I would like to ask for Lilith's higher self to make a pair of light scissors and to use your light scissors to help free these entities. And I would also like to ask for Archangel Michael to step forward and to use your light sword to help free these entities so that they may go back home. And let me know when both you guys are ready, okay?
Okay. Okay. We're
All right,
ready.
both of you are ready?
Yeah.
All righty. I want you to take Archangel Michael's hand. Go with our love and Godspeed. Lilith's higher self, what color source light energy would you like to heal that area where the pink was at?
White.
This time, please shower that area in your belly with white source light energy and let that energy balance and rejuvenate and restore the health to all the cells that were affected, please. And what color source light energy would you like to heal the area that was in your shoulders?
Green.
At this time, please shower that area in your shoulders with green source light energy and let that energy balance and rejuvenate and restore the health to all the cells that were affected, please. Now, Lilith would like to know about her heart palpitations. What is it that's causing this?
Simply energy.
And is there anything that she needs to do or that she can do to alleviate it?
She can keep wearing the stone and she can tell, she can use her will to tell them to calm down and stop.
When you say tell them, who are them?
The universe, the,
Her higher self and her guides and all this?
yes,
Okay, so she can set the intent through meditation.
yes,
Very nice. Now, in your story, you mentioned twin flames. Does everybody have a twin flame?
yes,
Really? So ultimately, each soul that comes here is split, and I'm asking, is it split into male and female?
yes, something like that. There was a time that it was decided that each would split into two polarities.
So
So
every soul here has a twin to the opposite of what they are.
yes, but it's like you are opposite, but you are the same at the same time. It is like the yin and yang, but
Mm-hmm.
the same exact, makeup and frequency.
Very cool. Thank you for that information. Now, this question right here is for the multiverse of beings down here on Earth. Are you the being that's talked about in the Adam and Eve story, the Lilith from the Adam and Eve story?
Yes.
What is the real story behind this parable? Do you know?
It's not true.
I would totally agree with you. Would you kind of sort of set the story straight?
I was never there. I was not Adam's wife. I was not a serpent. This was made up story to bring about patriarchy, to demonize goddess and women. Lots of stories in that Bible.
That there is. I would have to agree. So you had nothing to do with the whole Adam and Eve and all that stuff. They just decided to use you. Why do you think they used you to demonize you?
What a perfect way to ruin who I really was. Make me into something I wasn't. And put the blame somewhere. And it's like I was supposed to be the female that was bad, and Eve was supposed to be the female that did what she was told. It's not true.
So they were just creating a story of making the woman subservient to the male.
Yes.
And then they just took the opportunity to demonize you, a light worker that's been here working and helping.
Yes.
Very cool. Thank you for sharing that with us. Now, Lilith wants to know about her next blood test. What's it going to tell her about her thyroid levels?
Thyroid levels are nearly back to normal.
Now, what I told her about she's in charge and she's the boss, the little her, is that true? Does she need to take that assumption in her healing and her creation?
Yes. Don't accept anything else.
So if she wants those levels to be normal, she can create that just as easy as she creates anything else. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. She asked about her Earth child. She had a friend tell her a story, a vision that she had. Is that vision that that person had, is that correct for Lilith?
Yes, there is a soul that is waiting to join after everything is shifted and the new earth life begins. There will be a child that they will have or take care of.
And is she going to physically have this baby, or is it going to join by other means?
Um, to be determined. Not sure yet.
And this soul that's going to come in, is it going to be a male or female kid?
Um, it very well might be a male. There's male. See the word male.
Very nice. Now, will you do another body scan and tell me if you see any more colors, please?
I don't see any more colors.
All right, very good. Now, Lilith wants to know, will our bodies start to reverse age as we change during this ascension, as our vibration raises and the earth raises?
Yes, there will be what you would be like, kind of like an age reversal. The bodies change fully. They'll be less dense and you'll just feel and look like you want to look.
Very nice. You heard what I said to her before our session about controlling the aging and stopping the process and setting the intent.
Yes.
Is this important in this process as well?
Yes. Right now it is important. It's another piece of programming we were given aging. We almost have been aging because we believe that's what we're supposed to do.
Ah, so they program us with our birthdays and tell us that we got to age and die, so we just create the programming and run with it.
Yeah.
Very nice. Let me ask you this. Look through Lilith's Akashic records. What was the longest lifespan, physical lifespan lifespan she ever lived here on Earth.
It looks like a couple thousand years was one lifespan, the longest lifespan.
Very nice. That's a pretty good one right there.
That was Mu.
Mm,
But all
very
the
nice.
rest are normal.
So that life that she looked at first, Atlantis and Mu, that was that lifetime that she lived that life.
Yes.
Very nice. Speaking of New Earth, Lilith wants to know, did she come here from New Earth?
Yes. She was one of the volunteers from there.
Now, let me ask you this, and I understand this concept that all time is now. There's no past, there's no future. It's just now. It all exists now. That version of herself that was already in the New Earth energy that came here, did she physically die there and come here, or is she just multidimensional and another aspect of her is here now?
It is multi-dimensional.
And so you have more than one avatar running at a time?
Yes.
Would you share with us how many that you have going? Throughout the multiverse and the timelines.
I only see two. Most of them have merged.
Very nice. When you say merge, what does that mean?
All lives, all selves merging together into one. There is Gina here, and there is Gina or Lilith in the new earth.
Very nice. Thank you. Could you share with us what life is like in the new earth energy?
It is everything that we wish for. There is unity, and Gaia is beautiful, and she's healthy, and we can stay as long as we want there. It's our choice. And we continue, we learn more, but we can do what we like to do. We can travel around even, because we are multidimensional. It is just like home. It's so different. We don't have all this sort of complicated muck that this earth is dealing with. It's not there. It's just amazing. We have let go of all that because we don't need or want it anymore. We're free, and we've done all of the duality that we wanted to, and we left it behind.
Now, let me ask you this. Is there a money system on New Earth?
Not really. At the beginning, there was like sort of like an abundance, I guess you would say, for everyone. So we could kind of use it as a tool to fix things and do good. But we just phased it out. We don't need it. We just, we can create and manifest. We don't need it. And we help each other.
So we're literally at a point in New Earth where we're just like, okay, I want to go to Europe, and you literally just make some kind of flying vehicle and fly over there, or a portal, and step through this kind of thing.
Yes, it's like technologies are given to us, or the technologies that were being hidden. We use those at first, and then we phase those out and just create, like you say. What we want, we create.
Very nice. Now, is there beings here on the 3D Earth that are making this transition as we speak into the New Earth energy already?
Yes, we are it's kind of like we're moving in that direction together. It's already split apart, and we're moving that way. The split it's in two now.
So there are definitely two realities that exist right now.
Yes.
And the higher vibrating reality that does exist, it's not quite the full New Earth energy, but it's going that direction. Is that correct?
Yes, we're moving that way. We're not all the way there yet.
So we will enter this as a collective. Then it'll be a group effort.
Yes.
How much longer we got to wait?
It seems like from here, it looks like we move closer and closer over the next 4 or 5 years. And everyone is ready, tired of waiting. That's the best I see for 5 years.
Very nice. Thank you. We appreciate that. Thank you for your guidance and your information. Speaking of the 3D Earth and the new Earth, Lilith would like to know when the 3D money system is going to end, when it's going to crash.
It is overdue.
How are they keeping it going? How is the darkness accomplishing this?
They just won't let go.
When you say they, are you talking about the human beings, or are you talking about the darkness?
The darkness still has a small grip. And of course, they're fighting. They've lost, but they don't seem to realize it completely. It looks like this could happen at any time, that it should have happened already. And I see maybe somehow there's abundance released over to everyone to help if they won't let go soon. It just looks like it's right on the edge, and like it's going to tip off the edge at any time. I don't
Very
see
nice.
a date.
Very nice. That's okay. Very soon is a good enough date for me. Lilith wants to know if our pets will be making the transition to the new Earth energy.
Yes, they are. And some of them have transitioned already, and they'll be there. And then the rest will just go as they are. So yes.
Now, let me ask you this. Many of us have had this conversation amongst ourselves. We are seeing animals and insects and creatures we have never seen our entire life randomly pop up in like Facebook and internet and in real life. Are there new animals and species that are on the new Earth that we're not familiar with at the 3D Earth level? Is this what we're seeing?
There are some, yes. There are ones that were here in the past, and there are ones that would, I guess you would say, new to us. That is correct.
Very nice. Now let me ask you this, and this is kind of sort of going against the status quo here, and I'll explain it to you once you give us your answer. Is there a war, a galactic war going on outside of Earth between alien species?
There has been for a long time wars going on outside, fighting for control. Like Star Wars.
And is this still going on?
I think that we have pretty much won.
When you say one, you mean one like win, like we won the battle, or we are one as when we all came together as one?
Both.
And when you say we won, who is we?
The light. All those that are in the light.
So all the things that are going on Earth with all the movies about aliens invading and the government's creating the space forces and all this, is this for a fake alien attack for the 3D paradigm? Is that what's going on with that, or is there really some kind of attack that's going to attack Earth?
They wanted to make us think there was going to be an attack by malevolent beings, but they may not be able to pull it off. They are not. There's too many of us now. They can't fool. There's too many of us that are awake.
So they missed their window to pull their grand finale that they wanted to use.
I would say yes. I mean, they could try, but I just don't see them fooling the majority.
If they were to try something like that, would the galactics that are here helping, would they then have the ability and the right to come in and intervene?
yes, if we ask for it, many of us would stand up anyway.
Very nice. Thank you. Um, Lilith wants to know, would it be in her highest good for her to contact her half brother?
She may do it if she wants to. It might answer some questions if she can get in contact with this person somehow. It may not be a relationship formed out of it, but it might be some answers, and maybe he doesn't know. He may not even know that she's here.
Yeah, very cool. And last question, Gina, Lilith, Gina would like to know um, some more information about her Hawaii mission.
There is a big gathering to take place. That is important. She has seen some visions of this where there are many faces there that she knows and doesn't know, all gathering together for some kind of ceremony. And it is something to do with New Earth and the twin flames. People will find they're connected to people they had no idea they were connected to. A big group. And some of the work there will be, I would call it, you're not consciously aware of it, some of it. Much like now we do many things that we're not aware of. Um, she's very curious. They both are. Travis and Gina both feel the pull to go. Some of it will have to be a surprise for now. Once you get there, it is home base, and it's like Lemuria is going to rise.
How long will it be before we see that?
It does not seem it should be very long from now. It will be like all of a sudden.
Like overnight
There.
kind of thing?
Yes. It will be quick. Again, I see like 5 years from now.
So it's going to be at the same time with the transition? Roughly.
Perhaps, yes. Yes.
Okay, very nice. Very nice, very nice. And does Lilith, does she have enough energy to do a surrogate session with Travis? We need about maybe 15 minutes or so to offer him some remote healing.
Yes.
All righty. Would you please contact Travis's higher self and ask him to come over and have a chat with us, please?
He's here.
All right. So I'm speaking to Travis's higher self.
Yeah.
Me and Gina are here today, and we'd like to offer you some remote healing today. Would you like to accept this?
Yeah, I would like that.
Thank you very much. Now, I'd like for you to do a body scan on your physical vessel, and I want you to start at the top, and I want you to go to the bottom, and I want you to look for colors. What is the first color that you identify?
I see some red, and it's on my neck.
Okay. We're going to speak directly to this red energy. You will please step aside. Red energy residing in Travis's neck. Come up, up, up through time and space. Greetings. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm okay.
And do you have a name?
Nick.
How are you doing today, Nick?
I'm all right.
Nick, you want to get out of there and go back home. Go to Source. Go back and get your new body.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Right on. Now, Nick, are there other beings there inside of Travis's body with you?
Yeah.
Would you ask him if any of the other ones would like to go with you and leave at the same time?
Okay. Yes, there are a couple that would like to go.
All right. How many do you got?
I see 2.
All righty. And if there's any more that aren't agreeing to go, tell them I'll be right with them, okay?
Okay.
Now, I want you to just echo out all the commands. I know they can hear us as well, but just make sure that you're passing on the commands. Now, I want you to look inside yourself, and I want you to look for that light. Do you see that light, that sliver?
Yeah.
And as you see it and you focus on it, it gets brighter and bigger till it's illuminating the entire area where you're attached in Travis's body. Now, you see all those cords that attach you to Travis's body?
Yes.
I want you to disconnect each and every one of those cords, and I'm going to get you some help. At this time, I would like to ask for Travis's higher self to make him a pair of light scissors and to help cut these cords to free these beings so they may go home. I would like to ask for Lilith's higher self to use your light scissors as well. And I would also like to ask for Archangel Michael to use your light sword to help free these entities so that they may go back home to source. And let me know when all of y'all are done, okay?
All right. All right. We're done.
All right, and the other two are done as well.
Yep.
All right. At this time, I would like to ask for Archangel Michael to step forward and to show you guys the way. And since you guys were so helpful, I would like to ask for Archangel Michael to take you for a good, nice, long flight around the Earth plane and just really enjoy your time as you transition. Go with our love and Godspeed. Travis's higher self, what color source light energy do you want to heal the area where the red was at?
Gold.
This time, please shower that area in your neck with gold source light energy and let that energy balance and rejuvenate and restore the health to all the cells that were affected, please. And the other two positions, just pick one and tell me what color you want to use.
White.
All right, so whichever position you're looking at, shower that area, please, with white source light energy and let that energy balance and rejuvenate and restore the health to all the cells that were affected. And what color source light energy for the other one?
Pink.
All right, at this time, please shower the other area with pink source light energy and let that energy balance and rejuvenate and restore the health to all the cells that were affected, please. As you're shooting in all that energy, if you will, please do another body scan and tell us if you see any more colors, please.
There's some bluish color in my, it looks like the Achilles area.
Did you say in your foot?
Like the back.
Okay.
Like Achilles tendon.
Is this energy, is it free floating or is it attached with cords?
It's attached. There's cords.
All righty, no worries. If you will, please step aside. Bluish color energy attached to Travis's foot in his Achilles. Come up through time and space. Greetings. How are you doing?
Hi. All right.
And do you have a name?
Sean.
Sean, let me ask you something, brother. Why didn't you just go with the others? Why you got to make us do it the hard way? It's all right, man. I'm just messing with you.
I don't know.
I'm just messing with you, big guy. Don't worry about it. You ready to get out of there?
I guess.
All righty. We appreciate your compliance. Travis is going to appreciate your compliance. You do realize you steal energy from him, right? So you being there hurts him.
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you heard me give the instructions to the other guys, right?
Yeah.
All right. Is there anybody else that's in there that would like to go with you? Look around, ask anybody else if there's anybody else there. Everybody's leaving today, so you might as well go together.
There's one more.
All right. And is it a male or female?
Male.
All right. And is he wanting to go with you?
Yeah, he said he'll go with me.
Okay. Right on. Good job. Y'all can go together, and that way you can support each other as you go. Although it's a fun experience, it's nothing bad that needs support. All righty. So I want you two to look inside yourself, and I want you to find that light. Do you see that light?
Yes.
All right. And as you stare at that light, it gets brighter and bigger till it's illuminating that entire area where you're attached. Now, I need you to detach all the cords that have you attaching yourself to Travis's body. It's very important that you get all of you out of him. This is for you, not him. And I'm going to get you some help. And let me know when you're done, okay?
All right.
At this time, I'd like to ask for Travis's and Lilith's higher self to use your light scissors to help free these entities so that they may go back home. At this time, I'd like to ask for Archangel Michael to step forward and use your light sword to help free these entities so that they may go home and return to source.
All right. We're ready.
All righty. This time, I'd like to ask for Archangel Michael to step forward, take your hand, and show you the way back home. Go with our love and Godspeed, my friend. Travis's higher self, what color source light energy do you want to heal that area where that bluish energy was at in your Achilles?
White.
This time, please shower that area in your foot with white source light energy and let that energy balance and rejuvenate the cells to all the cells that were affected, please. And the other position, what color source light energy do you want to heal that area at?
Blue.
This time, please shower the other position where the other entity was at with blue source light energy and let that energy balance and rejuvenate and restore the health to all the cells that were affected, please. And would you do another body scan just see if you see anything else?
That looks good.
Now, I want you to, whichever direction you're scanning the body, I want you to put a mirror on the other side, and I want you to bounce a scan off of the mirror and catch it from the backside. Do one more scan, please. Make sure nothing's hiding underneath any bones, okay?
Okay. Uh, I don't see. I see maybe one more thing in the wrist.
And what color you got there in the wrist?
Looks gray.
Gray. And how is this gray energy attached?
It's attached to wrist bone.
Is it free floating or is it with cords?
There's no cords.
Okay. Very good. If you will, please step aside. Gray energy residing in Travis's wrist. Come up, up, up through time and space. Greetings. How are you doing?
Good.
And do you have a name?
No.
And what is your function inside of Travis's body?
I was put here when he fell and dislocated his wrist.
So in one word, what is your function?
Discomfort.
Beautiful. To Travis's higher self.
Yeah.
This gray energy has a function of discomfort. We can change this to its polar opposite, which is comfort. Would that be acceptable for you?
Yeah. That'd be good.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you energy. And Lilith, if you want an energy from your higher self, you can do that as well. And we're going to transmute this discomfort into comfort for Travis. Travis, let us know when it's all taken care of, okay?
Okay. Okay, that's good.
Very good. What color source light energy would you like to heal that area where that gray was at?
Gold.
This time, please shower that area in your wrist with gold source light energy and let that energy balance and rejuvenate and restore the health to all the cells that were affected, please. And would you like to do one more body scan just to make sure?
Sure. Looks good.
Alrighty. Now, I'm going to send you both some energy at the same time, and then we'll disconnect, okay?
Okay.
All right. At this time, I want you to visualize.
You're all held in the light.
Alrighty. Thank you for that.